Hello and welcome back to the Meet the Eatmons Endangered Species Podcast, where we inspire, uplift, and spotlight families and individuals that we think are doing something special in the world today. But today, we are talking about the kiss cam heard round the world.
It's crazy. Like people really recording kiss cams like this, huh?
Yes. So what's the actual topic today?
Well, I mean, what an affair actually cost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so someone that maybe has a kingdom, if the king doesn't understand how to protect their kingdom, it will fall. So that's what we'll be talking about today.
All right, so let's first get into this clip really quick that we've all heard and seen many times. We're going to show you one more time.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
This video caught two top executives of a software company allegedly having an affair after being spotted on a kiss cam during a Coldplay show in Boston on Wednesday. The clip of the pair quickly spread across social media platforms, and people were quick to identify the pair as tech company Astronomer Chief Executive Byron and the Chief People Officer Kristin Cabot. People then realized the pair were both married, but to other people. Byron's LinkedIn account, which has now been deleted, was flooded with comments from people making jokes about the incident. Following the fallout, Byron's wife allegedly removed his last name from her Facebook profile. According to a now deleted LinkedIn post, it appears as though Cabot only started at the company 7 months ago. Neither Byron, Cabot, nor the company have publicly responded to the incident.
Crazy. I guess they say love is blind.
And it'll take over your mind.
Clearly. like, you're at a Coldplay concert, number one.
Yeesh.
Yeah, like, this is not a small little concert. You in a box suite.
You could have ran into anybody.
Yeah,
Woo.
I mean, that was clearly they were blind on that aspect, but obviously we're not blind in seeing what they've been doing. I guess biblically it says what's done in the dark shows up in the.
It always comes to light, baby. It's going to always come to light.
Yeah.
But what's crazy to me is that they literally, she's only been there for 7 months.
Oh.
And they're that hugged up. It's like, was she already his side piece and then he hired her, or did they just get close and comfy that fast?
Yeah.
It's just very interesting. And I think the other interesting part is that they had a coworker with them that also knew. So Byron is the CEO of the company.
Yeah.
And then this woman, she was the
HR, right?
The HR, yes, the Chief People Officer. And it's crazy because the two of them, those are two very high positions in a company that are supposed to work together to protect their employees, where they're having their employees protect their nonsense.
Very well put.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't really think this episode's really easy, for the family. This is really unfortunate, but it's necessary. I mean, you gotta look at when a man steps out of his covenant. You're not even just talking about dollars, because what did he really lose? A lot of people say, oh, he lost a lot of money. No, he lost dignity. He losing respect. He losing his legacy on this aspect, his reputation. It's a lot in that move right there.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately. So that was a bad move by the king. But let's get right into the topics. Are you cool?
Yeah.
So segment one is I want to talk about the real investment. All right. And when you start thinking about marriage, and clearly they're both were what? Married.
Yeah.
They're not even out the relationship yet, which is out their covenant, makes it even more tougher. In my opinion, I think marriage is the most important investment.
Yeah.
And I think it's more than a career. I think it's more than portfolio. I think it's more than a reputation. And him making that bad move, he lost all three. Just one move.
Yeah.
Lost reputation, lost his career, lost his portfolio at the same point. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's 100% true. And it's not just about the cheating. It's also about what you're teaching your children, right? Because your children are watching you. Your relationship is their first example of what a marriage should look like. And specifically for Andy, he has boys, I believe, 2 boys. And it's you're teaching them that this is how you treat a woman. When there's infidelity in a relationship, I forget the statistic, but I want to say that it's 70 to 80% higher that your children will cheat because they watched that happen in their parents' relationship.
That's high.
Yeah, it's something like that. I could be off a little bit, but it's a high number. It's definitely over 50%.
So more is caught than taught.
Yes, more is caught than taught. So it's not just about the act. I feel like it's such a selfish thing to cheat. Like, just if you're not happy in the relationship, just in the relationship. That would have been so much better than him literally doing what he did. And now, not only did he tarnish his reputation, not only his reputation with his family, but his business relationships and the way that his employees see him. Like, he is a joke to everyone. And then on top of that, his family, like his children have to, and his wife, oh my God, this poor woman, they are just being berated. Like, you can't go on social media and not see anything on this topic. It's just awful. I feel super bad for this family.
Yeah.
For both families, because she also had a husband and also had kids. Her kids were younger, but I feel bad for her husband as well. Like, it's terrible.
I mean, and this is an engagement question for you guys. If you are married currently right now, are you guarding your marriage as much as you guard your money?
That's good.
Because I am pretty sure he was guarding his money, but he clearly wasn't guarding the marriage. Because that is, it's nasty. It's a little messy. You know?
He's not just guarding his money in this situation either, because he lost a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he was guarding it until clearly he made this misstep. And now that money gone. Byron.
In the wind.
What was that? What was that movie?
Oh my God, I forget, with Tiana Taylor.
Yes.
Byron.
Like, what you doing, man? Like, come on, man.
When that's for Byron.
Listen, hey, be quiet, listen.
Oh man, we're gonna watch that now on this flight we're about to go on, right? That's so funny. So another segment, let's talk about it. So the fallout and the financial collapse, because now we're talking about cost, right? And cost is, could be, different, obviously, criteria based on what you're looking at. But let's talk money. Yeah. Let's talk money. So everyone's talking about his $500,000 salary. Like, he making $500,000.
Yeah. Salary.
W-2. Like, that's what you make as $500,000. Right. I know practice players in the NBA don't even make $500,000.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm looking at the stats. It says the $25 million divorce settlement now. So $500,000 that he lost as recurring, and then $25 million now divorce settlement coming.
Yep.
For kissing publicly.
And not only that,
What's
but
that,
he
public-
also has like a $12 million stake in his company that might also be at risk at this moment as well. So he's lost his salary, his $12 million stake in his company, as well as facing a $25 million divorce.
So PDA, how do you feel about PDA now? Public display of affection. Remember we were in Dubai and we were doing that?
Oh my gosh.
She likes to touch my butt a lot, right? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding,
okay,
by the way.
I mean, clearly, I don't know. We haven't been in a while. They could be different now. But when we went, this was not that long ago, maybe like 7, 8 years ago. We went to Dubai, and you're not supposed to have PDA there. You're not supposed to kiss, hold hands, all the things. Oh, that was so hard for me because I'm like so touchy-feely, and I was like getting ready to give him a kiss, and I'm like wanting to slow dance with him. There's this beautiful water show at the mall, like the Bellagio. Yes, Celine Dion's playing. The water's going. It's beautiful, and I'm like, and I look out of the corner of my eye, and I see these cops looking at me like this, like they were just waiting for me to. And
I'm actually recording. Remember, I'm doing a selfie like this, and you can see him in the corner. I'm going to send you that video, CJ. If we got to post it, you're going to see his face. It's like,
there's like 3 of them, and they're like sitting there like, oh, we're just waiting. We're taking you to jail. I was like,
let go of me. Act like you don't know me at this point.
Yeah,
right?
So I mean, PDA is good if you're in the right country and it's legal, and if you're doing it with your spouse. But this is gonna cost this guy a lot. It's not just not just the money, but also the memories. It's gonna cost his family. I'm sure that him as well as this woman, both of them, I'm sure their children probably want very little to do with them at this moment because they are they have completely
They're embarrassed.
embarrassed their other parent, right? And them.
Yeah.
Right? It's like their family is a laughing stock of the world right now. And so I'm very sure that their children probably want very little to do with them. I think divorce is already hard on families.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely on children.
Yeah, for sure.
Even older children.
Yeah, for sure.
But in this way, oof, that's terrible.
Now everyone's in your divorce.
Yeah.
You know, so like that trust is going to be very, very hard to rebuild because you can always rebuild a company. He could always rebuild his salary,
Yeah.
but rebuild his family, that's gonna be tough.
I don't know why people don't take this more into account when they're thinking about these things. I mean, like, nobody's perfect, right?
No,
Nobody's
not at all.
perfect.
Not
I
at
mean, like, you know, they're in past relationships when we're all younger, we've all done dumb things, we've all, you know, done whatever. But like when you're in an established marriage for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, like you have grown children, you've raised a family with somebody, like that is hard to understand.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think him making the money he was making increased his ego so high that he thought he was above the rules?
I think that's a good question. I think that happens a lot though. That happens a lot. You see a lot of men with like high powered positions that they feel like
There's no rules to it.
there's no rules for them. They should be able to just have whatever they want.
Or
It's true.
honestly, his money just really showed him how he really felt in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, again, I don't know him personally or anything like that. I can only judge him on the kiss cam at this moment.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's tough, man. So, I mean, honestly, if everything burnt down, who's going to be standing, like, who's going to be there standing with you still?
Exactly.
That's kind of ultimately. Let's go to the next segment.
Yeah.
Like, kids, if you have children right now, right? Like, I'm thinking about, he has a daughter.
Ooh, oh my gosh.
You know, like seeing her mom in this situation, right? And then asking the question, Dad, was mom not good enough? Why you do that? And why'd you embarrass her like that? You know, I wonder if she's going to have daddy issues and men issues based on trust because hopefully the biggest love of her life, which was her dad, broke the trust for someone she loves too.
Yeah.
You know, so
I think that in this situation, it's really tough because I feel like he's teaching his daughter that love is conditional. You know, I think that through his actions, that's what was taught to her, you know, and that, you know, promises can be broken. And that's a tough thing to learn from your father. That's a tough lesson to learn from your dad, who is supposed to be like
the protector,
your protector, and to learn through his actions nonetheless.
Yeah, it wasn't a lesson that he was trying to give either.
Yeah. Oof, it's just unfortunate.
And how many lessons are you giving your children right now that you were not intending to give?
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, that's crazy. And he has a son.
Yeah.
You know, like how are you going to treat a woman?
Yeah.
You know, and things like that. So there's a lot going on with this one. And I just think about legacy, you know, what it looks like when you don't protect what matters. You know, in that aspect. So let's go to the next one. I mean, we have a lot. It's like there's a lot of stats on this as well. I mean, I think you said a little bit earlier, but sons of a divorce have 35% higher divorce rate. All right. And daughters, 60%. So basically almost a double.
Yeah, that's the one. I was like, I feel like it was above 50%. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Right? Sons, 35, daughters, 60%. So honestly, it really impacts a woman tremendously more than a man. Especially,
And it's unfortunate because both of them have daughters. I want to
tough.
say that the woman, what was her name? I don't want to just keep saying his name. What was her name?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it'll pop on the screen and we'll have someone else.
Uh-oh. I'm trying to see what was the lady's name. Anyways, we'll figure out her name too, because I don't think it's fair to only just keep saying the gentleman's name and not be bringing up her name as well, because she was just as guilty in the whole situation. She also had a family, you know. I think sometimes in this topic, only the men get the heat, you know, and the women's just kind of like, you know, but, and I mean, it was, in this situation, he was the leader. You know, he was the CEO. So
It takes two to tango, baby.
but it does take two. It definitely takes two. Kristin Cabot. There it is. Kristin Cabot.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
Kristin.
So yeah, Kristin also had children. She also, had a family. She had, I believe, a son and a daughter.
Yeah.
I think they're younger, which is even harder for them, I'm sure, to understand. The adult kids, for him, they might have a little more understanding and awareness, but for their younger kids, it's like, oh, it's so sad. So the question is, like, what are you modeling? What exactly are you modeling for your children? Are you showing them that vows matter? Are you showing them that you want to protect your families and faithfulness, forgiveness, all those different things? Like, what does that mean to you? Are you sharing that?
It's tough. Like, like I'm still struck on like, oh, there he goes. Like when he said that, and you just see the shock in their face. I can't
Yeah.
even get past that. It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. So.
And what's so interesting too is that, like, he put out a statement.
Of course, he had to.
And, it wasn't very becoming. It was like, Andy, do better, because it was very much like,
Andy, do better.
it really, because the statement was very much like, I can't believe, it's unfortunate that this happened, basically like, I'm upset that this happened, a private moment that was shared without my consent, like that kind of a essence. And it's like, no, you shouldn't be saying anything but like apologies. You shouldn't be saying anything but like, I regret doing this to my family, to my company.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like, he might have needed a publicist for that.
Yeah, PR did not do him well on that one. Yeah, that's that. You're gonna burn on that one, buddy. Yeah, not because
Probably
you're.
ran it through some ChatGPT or something before.
Because he's definitely not good in his decisioning at the moment. So the post that one, that wasn't good either. So,
So the question to you guys is, what do you think you're doing at this current moment? Are you building generational strengths or generational scars? Because these moments are gonna scar these children and the spouses that got cheated on, like, for the rest of their life.
yeah, like this is like one of those you don't really come back from.
Yeah. Especially because it's so public.
That's the reason
That's
why.
the-
people cheat. You see people cheat all the time, stuff like
And
that. But
people can work through things and they
Yeah.
can, but because it was so public,
it wasn't done with decency and order.
yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. So, anyways, the last one, which is redemption still possible though?
I think so, if they have the right posture, the right mindset, and like really mean that they apologize. Like, if it's from a real sincere place, it's not like, oh, I'm sorry that I got caught. I'm sorry that the world's talking about me and I'm embarrassed about that. But if they truly have a place of, like real redemption, like they really have a place of repentance in their heart, then, everybody's made mistakes, and I think everybody deserves second chances. Like, none of us can say that we're like squeaky clean. If you put a microscope on our past, there'd be a lot of things that we'd be embarrassed of, and so it's just unfortunate that this played out so publicly. And so I think that, he hurt his family and she hurt her family. But I do think healing is possible. I always believe that, but I think it starts with that repentance, taking responsibility for what you did, being honest about it, and really wanting to make a different course in your life that you will never return to that place again. Like, let that place be buried and never, ever, ever, ever come back from there, So I don't know. And it also depends on his family. Like, what they're like, you can be as repentant and as honest and sincere as possible, but are they open?
Yeah.
You can't force that. And he's going to have to deal with whatever repercussions that they are wanting to put up for him. But to me, I think there's always an opportunity for redemption if you are sincere.
Yeah, I think it starts with the home, and I think it's never too late to fight for your family.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to fight. Hopefully he doesn't go in the position that, like, oh, I'm the victim. Because even his statement was more a victim. Like, oh, you guys are doing something to me. No, you did this publicly. And in a day where you can just say, click, boom, like there's no more camcorders anymore. Like it's bam.
Yeah, and it's not like they were like sneaky link at a hotel.
No,
like y'all
like-
are at a whole concert for the whole world. Like you're in a very public
concert.
like
at
not
that.
just together, but hugged up. Like
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're a little too loose with that. So, closing remarks on this conversation. We can go there all day. You can see we're very passionate about it because we want to make sure that marriages don't just get together, that they stay together, at least with the right principles and values. And if it doesn't make sense, and we get it, but just do it with decency and order.
Yeah.
You know. So, closing remarks. What do you think about anything last that you want the audience to understand on this topic?
yeah, I think that it's important to understand that these topics are important to talk about, not to shame anyone, not to make anybody feel bad about, who they are, whatever, but just to like help wake us up and think like, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Because sometimes you might find yourself being in a moment and think you're about, but like you really have to process like, is it really worth it?
That's good.
Because
the cost.
Yes, is it worth your marriage? Is it worth your children? Is it worth your legacy? Is it worth the life that you have today? And so those things I think are worth protecting.
Your
and
peace.
so it's so important. And I think this is a very public opportunity for us to learn from someone else's mistakes and just don't go down that way. Don't take that road.
That's big. And I think that, when it comes to kings or queens, like I don't think they fall because of like enemies. I think they fall because they forgot their assignment, their true assignment. I was having a conversation with someone yesterday and we're talking about you can have all the money in the world, but if you lose your family, are you really successful?
Right.
Right. And I was like, very well put. So that is definitely the number one thing you got to build. And legacy starts at home. So if you're watching this, look at again your family, look at again what you're guarding, guard those gates properly, and everything else will be given to you rightly. So yeah, close this out, babe.
Very good. Well, thanks for joining us today in our home.
Yes, we
a
are.
little bit of different
Yes.
scenery today. But as we wrap up, just as a reminder, as the world is really constantly changing and evolving and shifting and all of these different things, whatever values and principles that you have inside of you that you feel are vital for the world, those things that the world is trying to create to be endangered in you, let it out, let it shine bright for the world to see and allow other people's lives to be changed through you. And it's not just important that you survive, but it's vital. So join us again next time on the next Endangered Species Podcast, and we will see you there.